Gingy's Assets Manager is your way to integrate visual images quickly and efficiently. Here is a review of some of the Assets Manager's main features and advantages. It shares bitmap data automatically wherever possible. So whether it's a bitmap object or an animated object, Assets Manager will make sure you use your memory resources as efficiently as possible. Assets Manager can also keep track of your created components for easy access. And, of course, it makes the bitmap extraction process an easy task. First, we create and register a new bitmap atlas. This will make all the graphics within the atlas accessible via the Assets Manager. To do so, first, let's embed the bitmap and XML objects of the spreadsheet. I've created a new class called Embedding Assets to organize our project and make finding certain features easier for you. Remember that you can download this and all of the project files for these tutorials from our site. So we're typing embed source and then the file path of our spreadsheet, and then private static const assets class, as well as private static const assets bitmap equals new assets underscore assets as bitmap. We'll also embed the XML. Embed source, and then the path, column Gingy SDK features, assets, spreadsheet.xml, as well as MIME type, application / octet stream. Now similarly, private static const underscore assets XML colon class semicolon and private static const assets XML object equals new underscore assets XML open and close brackets. Just going to copy and paste this because we have another spreadsheet that's for animation. And our animation is called clock PNG and clock XML. And let's change all the variable names. So animation, new underscore animation, and underscore animation XML. And then animation XML. Okay. Here's a look at our spreadsheets just to give you an idea of what we're working with. And our clock animation, a simple clock animation. Now, in our init function, which is called by our main class's onComplete function, let's create our sprite atlas. So public static function init, and then Gingy GUI module dot create sprite atlas. And we'll call the first one assets in quotes. Assets XML, assets XML. The last two parameters are just repeats of what we've already defined. And again, Gingy GUI module, create sprite atlas. This one we'll call animation, this is ID. And then animation, and then XML, animation XML. Now, to use any asset inside of our sprite atlas, all we have to do is use Assets Manager's getImage function. Let's do this in our onComplete function. First we'll call our embedding assets init function, and then const bmp is a bitmap, and it equals assets manager get image, and then let's get the image called button down, and of course in our assets sprite sheet, and let's add that child to the stage. If you're wondering where we got button down from, that's the name of our assets given inside the sprite sheet XML. To extract an image sequence from your embedded sprite atlas, all you have to do is type const, we'll name our variable v, vector bitmap data equals assets manager dot get bitmap atlas, this time let's refer to our animation sprite atlas, and we'll get the bitmap sequence with the prefix clock. Now again, in our clock XML, you can see that clock is a prefix for all our images, so it'll instantly nab every image with that prefix. Now let's just trace out the number of images we have in this vector. Okay. If we run our project, you'll see our BMP object, as well as a trace of all of the bitmap data we've stored in our v vector. Here we have 19. You can also set your extracted object to be a GUI bitmap if you wish. Simply set your object as a GUI bitmap, and then instead of getImage, type getGUIImage. So here we would put GUI bitmap, and instead of getImage, we would type getGUIImage. Thanks for watching. Join us next time and we'll discuss tracking these objects in memory.